Greetings everybody and welcome to another video. Now this will be kind of another short one. I like Mint Debian Edition. I think it's quite good. I think it's a pretty solid product, all things considered. But you know, some people, I've done a video like this before for like the regular Mint Edition, but some people don't understand that you can upgrade from one edition to another, and for those people, this is kind of for you. I've got the terminal open here to show you that I am on LMDE 6 and we are actually going to do this upgrade right now. Do be aware, you should back up your data. If this computer blows up right now, I don't care. Totally not a problem. So the first thing that I do is I go in here and I check for system updates. I go ahead and refresh and I apply all system updates that I can need. I do this because I want as up-to-date LMDE 6 as I have first before I deal with something like LMDE 7. This is probably going to take a minute, so I'm going to stop, and once I've applied all of my system updates, we'll come back and we'll continue the upgrade process. So as these Flatpaks finish up, they download quite slow for me, as I think it's probably a relationship issue between Starlink and wherever these Flatpaks are hosted. But if you're somebody like me who uses a mixture of software, we may not always use Flatpaks for everything we need. Sometimes we use repository software where third-party repositories are involved. So I have 3 software repositories here. I have Florp, because I was messing around with it. I have Google Chrome, because yes, I do have Google Chrome for compatibility's sake. And I have Vivaldi. Now I have also got Brave, but on this machine I installed it as a Flatpak to see if it really made any difference between the apt and the Flatpak version. It is important to look at these and see how they are being sourced. Now if you don't know what's going on or how that works, if you look over here in how these software sources are done, the very end at the sources.list, that would actually tell you what is actually being added. If you don't know, which most people won't, you just come in here, you disable the software sources. That is the safest thing you can do. Let the system upgrade and then re-enable your software sources and see if that works out. Your app may get uninstalled in the upgrade process as a result. That's okay. You can always reinstall the app. A lot of times it just uninstalls the package and not the actual config of that package. So for this example, these should be fine. I've used these sources before. I'm going to close this. I do wish the Mint had just the tool installed already. They don't, because they don't want to force any upgrades upon you. Debian 12, what this is based on, has software support for probably another 5 years or so. I'll overlay here somewhere of what that support's going to look like. So what you're going to do, you're going to open that scary thing called the terminal. This is Tilix. This is the terminal I prefer. You can use whatever terminal you want. And you're going to type your sudo apt update to make sure all your repositories are up to date. This is also where you can look over here and see my mirrors are set up to bookworm, but nothing else is, so I'm good. Again, you can disable all your repositories if you need to. It's probably what you should do. Then you're going to type sudo apt install mint upgrade. And that's going to install a little app called Mint Upgrade that does exactly what you think it does. Now, if you type Mint Upgrade in here, you're not going to see anything. This is the update manager. That's because for whatever reason, Mint have decided to kind of hide this tool. So if you want to upgrade, this is the one terminal-based thing you're going to have to do. And it kind of is nice because it gives you a view of what's going on. So I'll say sudo mint upgrade. And this will launch the applet. And so what I do is I will 50-50 this. So that way it splits the screen. Now this doesn't work great for you guys. So I'm going to do this, and we're going to pop this terminal window over here because it's less necessary for you to see that since my face is in the way. So we're going to say let's go. And the initial is going to do a series of tests to figure out if your system is good enough to upgrade. It's going to check your sources. It's going to make sure your mirrors are set back to the defaults. If they're not, it's going to clear the apt cache, see what it needs to download, and just make sure in general things are good. You can turn off all the safety nannies that we're about to experience on this thing. I don't recommend it. I recommend you follow what they tell you to do because almost every upgrade I have done following their instructions has gone flawlessly. That doesn't mean that every upgrade has been flawless, but every upgrade I have done in recent memory has been flawless. Okay, so the next stage, it's going to say system snapshots right here. If you don't have TimeShip installed, don't run it, don't care. You can go into this preferences here and turn off all of this stuff, and you can just say, don't worry about time shift in this case. I know I have a time shift to roll back to, so I'm going to turn off the requirement just so it'll let me continue going. Because I just did a time shift the last time this was out, and that's maybe a week or two old, so I'm good with that. These are some loose, they call it orphaned packages, and so the idea is that these are packages that you have installed that do not correlate to the next distribution upgrade. In the case of these, I'm going to go ahead and open a new terminal. I'm going to say sudo apt remove, in this case, fast fetch wes-term and YouTube music app desktop. I know fast fetch is in the Debian 13 repository, so I will just reinstall it when that comes around. Okay. So now it says it will simulate the download and install. So this is the dry run. So I'm just going to OK, and it will go ahead and now it's going through and pretending as if it has downloaded everything, and it's going to run through its own simulated upgrade. This is great because then this lets them find any bugs that you're going to find immediately. Now, it's important during this process you not do anything else. It's okay if I do it, because if I do it and I break my system, I just reinstall. But you're wanting a successful upgrade here, so it's kind of important that happens. Now, there's a pretty good chance it's going to error out on my Chrome repository. And if it does that, I'm just going to go ahead and disable those sources and then tell it to try again, and then it'll probably work just fine. So, as I suspected, I didn't disable my sources. I've got an apt cache problem. So I'm going to go into sources. In additional repositories, I'm going to uncheck both of these. But this will let me get past this step. And it's because errors showed up is why you do this. Okay, so basically what this screen says is, hey, we're going to do all this stuff. We successfully did the dry run, and this is what is going to happen. We're going to install all this stuff, and we're going to remove all this stuff. Sounds great to me. So from here, you click Run, and I'm going to see you on the other side of that upgrade. And we're back to it. So I went in here and I re-enabled my repositories. As you can see, we are currently entirely up to date. And if I go into the system settings, we are now on LMDE 7. And that was a successful upgrade. Now you'll have this Mint upgrade log here in your home folder. You can just delete it. You can also go in and review it. I had a couple failed attempts because the internet in my garage decided to stop working. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. We'll look into that later. But that is how easy it is to upgrade your machine to the next version of LMDE. So I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.